Hi friends, once again I welcome you guys to the Make IT Simple YouTube channel. In my previous video, I explained about what is CDK and the terminologies and how to write test cases for CDK. If you didn't go through that video, just go through it and come back to this video. I have given the video link in the description section. Moreover, I will give a short brief of CDK once again. The AWS Cdk, which is Cloud Development Kit, allows you to describe your application infrastructure using the programming language such as TypeScript, JavaScript, or Python. This opens up familiar avenues for working with your infrastructure, such as with your favorite IDE and getting the benefits of autocomplete and creating the abstractions in a familiar way. And also you can able to write your test cases for infrastructure, like how do you write tests for your applications. So in this video, I will see how to write CDK for AWS service, which is called Code Pipeline. Why I have chosen the service to implement a CDK is it is one of the service where you can able to see cluster of other services like code build, IAM role, SNS, code deploy, S3, code commit, etc. In this video, there are two takeaways for you guys. One is learning about the Code Pipeline service, like how it is working and how you can relate to your day-to-day project requirements. And another one is how to write CDK for the stack, which consists of multiple construct. As I said, like code build, IAM role, SNS, code deploy, that's and all. First, I will explain about what is AWS Code Pipeline. AWS Code Pipeline is a fully managed continuous delivery service that helps you to automate your release pipeline, like for fast and reliable application and infrastructure updates. And also it will automate the build, test, and deploy phases of your release process every time. So it will be considered as a CICD tool. So in all the phases like build, test, and deploy phases, you can make use of this AWS Code Pipeline service, and also enables you to rapidly deliver new features and updates. And also you can easily integrate with the third-party services such as like GitHub, or you can integrate with Jenkins and all. Like there will be no upfront fees or long-term commitments over here. And also with AWS Code Pipeline, you have to pay only for the resources what you have to use. And this is the diagrammatic representation which they have given the blog, like how it works and all. In the AWS Code Pipeline service, you can integrate this much of services like here, like source, build, test, and staging and production. From the source, you can integrate your repository, and build, you can do the building activities like for your application or API, whatever it may be. Test, you can write the test cases for your, and in staging and production, you can try to deploy your infrastructure. And let's see about what are its benefits. The first one is like rapid delivery, which means it will automate your software release process. Like it will rapidly releases new feature to your users. With this code pipeline, you can quickly iterate on your feedback and get new features to your users faster. And also it will build, test, and release process quickly, right? So you can easily test each pieces of your code and catch bugs when they are small and simple to fix. By doing this, so you can ensure the quality of your application or infrastructure code by running each changes through the staging and release process. Next one is like configurable workflow, which means you can easily specify like the test to run or to customize the steps to deploy your application. So it will be easily configurable. And next one is like easy to integrate, which means you can easily integrate with any third-party application. Like you can integrate your source code from the GitHub, or you can use your on-premise Jenkins as a build server, or you can use a load test from your third-party services, or you can pass your deployment information to any other dashboard. Like example, you need to pass it to Slack, or you need to pass it to another mail information. You can able to easily do it. So these are the benefits you can able to see. Now let's get into the demo, like how to create a code pipeline through console. Here, this is a code pipeline, and this is the repository which I created in my previous video, like CDK demo, and it has only one construct, and it will create a queue itself. Like the queue name is demo jan29. Let's see what will happen. Before that, we'll go to the code pipeline, and I can go to the SQS. Let's see whether there is any queue or not. Simple queue service there. Just closing it. It's taking time. I think there's some test queues there. Okay, let's see how to create a pipeline. From here in the AWS Code Pipeline, you just click on create pipeline, and you can name it pipeline. Like I am giving like demo -4, and it will create a role name. I'll copy it over here for the future references. I'm just clicking next, and I'm clicking the source provider. The source provider means from which source I need to pull my code. I'm giving my GitHub version, and I want to connect to my GitHub over here, and we'll do some OAuth activities over here, I'm just giving the connection to my GitHub. My passwords are already saved. That's what is going over here. Now I can able to check my passwords or repository. See here cdk-demo. I can give, yeah, this is my repository cdk-demo, and the branch name is password master, and then I can give next. And this one is the option like what is the webhook or code pipeline. Webhook will be recommended because whenever I push my code, my pipeline should get triggered and it should do some activities. I'm just clicking on next, and in the build provider I will be choosing code build. And in the code build, what I'm doing is like I want to create a new project over here because I don't have any project. I'm just clicking on create project and continue to the pipeline, and I'm just giving the name fib4-build, just giving the name, and I will be using the manager itself. If you have custom image with already pre-required package and all, you can use custom image. Otherwise I can use the managed image. Just giving Linux as environment server and standard, and images which I always use the latest one 3, and I will be running with this privileged mode. And then this is the code build service which will be getting created. I'll be copying it over here, code build February 4 service, and rest here the build spec command, like the build spec what you have to give. So for that what you're going to do is like I'm just giving the insert build spec command. I'm giving switch to editor. I'll be copying and pasting the build spec command. I have my build spec command from here. For example, here I have my build specs command. There are two ways, either you can directly give this one or you can able to give the file name also. For example, I'm just giving this here, just copying this one. It doesn't, this file is not that much complicated. Just we are giving the install command only, like I need to install the CDK and then just building my command and just run my test cases. That's it, because it's my test stage, right? I'm just giving it over here. That's it, and the rest everything I can leave it as a same. I will be make sure like whether I given everything or not. Okay, just giving continue to pipeline. It will go to that pipeline again. Let's see what will happen. Yeah, it's there, and it successfully created this pipeline project over here, and it's single build. And I'm going next. As of now I am skipping the deploy stage. Let's see what will happen. Yes, I'm skipping it. I'm just creating the pipeline. That's it. I'm just creating the pipeline. In between that, what I'm doing is like I'm going to IAM. Why IAM means I want to give the access to the service role what I am created for code build as well as like code pipeline. See here what is doing, like it created a 2-stage source and build. It is pulling my code from here, like from the GitHub, and it will go to that build stage. Before that, what I'm doing is like I'll be going to my users roles, and I'm just checking the fib4. So there are 2 services will be there. So what I'm doing is like as of now I'm opening this. This is the build service role, and for demo what I'm doing is like I'm attaching the policies. I'm just editing it for add permission attach policies. I'm just checking what is the policies that it is having, whether it has have administrator access or not. Yeah, it has administrator access. For testing purpose, I'm just giving administrator purpose, but you need to be more precise on that, like what is the policy you need to give. That's it. I have attached over there. Again, similarly for this is a role which I created for the code pipeline, because the code pipeline will run for again the cloud formation template. Here I'm giving the attached policies. Again, I'm searching the administrator, and it will show you the policies over here, administrator access. Just attaching it. That's it. Now let's go through the code pipeline here. It is getting executed. It's pulling up the code. Yeah, the first stage is succeeded, and it is going to the build stage. To see what is happening over here, we can click on details and it will open in the tab. Let's see what is happening. Code build is like they are giving some container. Inside the container, our application is getting executed, or our code is getting executed. It will pull the code. See here what it's doing. It is trying to run the code, and what are the command we are given, right? It is executing like npm run build, npm run test. See here it is running the test cases, like it is executing both the tests, like snapshot test as well as like a fine grain test. And if everything is succeed, my code pipeline will show like it succeeded. If my test case is getting failed, it won't allow you to the next stage itself, or it will get failed over here. So this is a way you can create a pipeline. Now let to be more precise, like I need to deploy. So what I can do is like I can edit it and you can add more stage. For example, I'm adding a stage, which means before deploy I need to approve it. Someone has to approve it. So for that, what I can give is name like approval. I'm adding a stage of approval. In that, I'm adding action group. Again, I'm giving the approval name. That's it. And action provider, it will have manual approval. It will ask for the SNS topic. What is the SNS? I already have SNS topic and I have subscribed, and the subscription I given to my mail ID. That's it. And I am done. That's it. And this is the manual approval stage. Again, I have to add one more stage, which is deploy. Now in the deploy, I'm just giving deploy. Adding edit action group. I'm giving deploy command. Action providers, AWS Code build. Again, the input of the artifact I need to choose is source artifact. I need to get the code from the source stage. I don't have any project. I'm just creating a project because I can't use the project which I created here, because there I have created the command which it will run the test case only, not deploy. So I'm creating a new project over here. Again, let's see what will happen. Again, I'm giving name as 4-demo-build 1. That's it. I'm just giving some names, manual image, similar to the previous build, like Linux, and giving the standard runtime, and the image, whichever is the latest one. I'm giving to run as privileged mode. I want to run in a, if you want, I can choose the existing one because I already created the last one, right? So I can make use of that. Like this is the last one, for build service role. I can make use of that. And again, the build spec command, I can make use of the build spec command. And here I'll go to that file. I have two build spec file here. This one is for test. Or otherwise, what I can do is like I can directly give the file name itself, buildspec.yaml. Let's see. Or otherwise, I will give the command itself. I'm just giving the command and I switch to the editor. Control A, Control V. That's it. And if you see here, the same kind of lines over there, like installing my CDK TypeScript, I'm running the build and I'm using the CDK deploy command, it is getting deployed. But here I'm just passing my account ID and region as a environment variables, because this project can be used by someone else also. So I don't want to hard code my account ID and region in the build spec. So I just pass as the environment variable here, like account ID and region. Just take this account ID. What I'm doing is like I want to pass it as an environment variable. CloudWatch log. Let's see where I can give environment variable. Additional configuration. Here I need to pass as environment variable. See here, environment variables. I'm giving name as account ID. Just copy the environmental variable from here, the name value, and then one more is like region. I have given, right, account underscore region. Account underscore region. The region name is US-East-1. So I can give US-East-1. That's it. And that's it. You don't want to give anything. And CDK deploy. So it will deploy my stack. That's it. Otherwise, if you don't want to give means, you can just give the file name itself here. So I show you like two ways, like whether you can give the command or you can specify the file name itself. Let's see what will happen. I'm just giving continue to code pipeline. It will go over here, and that's it. This was created. And next one is like it's done. That's it. I'm just saving my stage, saving it. Now there are two ways, like you can release the pipeline, or you can, if you click on release pipeline over here, I will show it here, release change, it will get automatically triggered. Otherwise, you want to know about the CICD process, like once I check in my code, it should get triggered automatically, right? Other what I'm doing is like I'm just going over here in my application, in my repository. I'm just going over here and editing some files. For example, I am editing the readme files, just adding some comma or dot full stop. Testing CICD, that's it. Committing directly to my master branches. Once it got pushed right, so it will create a call the webhook. Now let's see here, it got succeeded just now. If you want to see like what are the changes you have done, you just click on this commit ID. If I click the commit ID over here, it will let you know what is the changes you have done. Just I make the full stop. That's it. And now the stages will getting executed. Like let's see. The source is getting executed, source is completed, and it's going to the build. Now let's see what is happening in the build. This closes build over here. Let's see what is happening in the build stage. It will take a few seconds to start the container. Let's see what will happen. So what we are going to do is like in future, this is the services which compromise of many services like code build, IAM role, and S3, everything over here, right? We'll be going to write in CDK. So we'll see that also in the part. Let's see what is happening in the code build. I think it is it's getting executed. It is installing everything like the packages, TypeScript. It will take like less than 30 seconds, and you don't need to worry about when you are using free tier, because the very first code pipeline is free, and the code build also like 100 minutes per month is free, so you don't need to worry, because it will take only 30 seconds only to build or execute everything, and it is getting npm run build. And if you are using free tier, you can take your own repository and you can try it on your own, so it will be very simple. Now let's see here, it's running npm run test, and it is getting executed. Now succeed. Now once it succeeds, right, it will go to the next stage, approval stage. It will wait for approval. Now what it will do is like it will drop a mail to the SNS topic or SNS subscription or whoever give. So it triggered a mail to me, and I need to approve from there. Let's see what will happen. I think it is I need to refresh the whole page. Let's see. It succeeded, right? Yeah, it got succeeded, but why it's not? Yeah, it succeeded now only. Now let's see. Yeah, it succeeded. Now it moved to the next stage. In the right side, you can able to see which stage is get processing. For that, here manual approval. Notification. And let's see what will happen. See here, it's asking for the approval. Either you can approve from the mail, or if already you have opened means you can just review it and you can give your comments. You can approve or reject it. Once it is approved, it will go to the next stage, like deploy stage. Now the deploy will get again run. It will again run my code build one more time, but this time it will not run the test cases. It will deploy my stack. So my stack will have the queue to be created. Let's see what will happen over here. It's getting processed. Now what I am doing is like I'm just opening it in a new tab. Let's see what will happen. So what this code build will automatically do is like it's a kind of a machine they are providing to us, like to run your test cases or your deployment activities. They are providing it, and we are making use of it. So in a free tier, there are 100 minutes per month. It's free, and you can make use of it on your own repository, and you can try it on your own with this code pipeline and all. Let's see what is happening over here. It is taking like it's again the containers get started. The code is getting pulled over here, and it's doing everything here. And the environment variables, you can able to see what is the environment variables we passed over there. See here, it is getting automatically passed account ID and region, and what are the passed variable, it's there, and it is trying to execute on CDK version, and it is just print. I just given the print commands like what it's printing, like version and all. It's doing npm install, and what is the command next to it? It's like we'll see what is the command in the build spec is there. Build spec.yaml. It has to bootstrap command for CDK and CDK deploy. Let's see what's happening. Yeah, it's getting bootstrap, and it started to deploy. Now let's see in the cloud formation. I think there are two stack right now. If I refresh it, it will start to deploy. Yeah, see here CDK demo stack, it start deploying, and in the queue I can able to see the queue will get created. Let's see if I refresh it. See here, my queue got created, demo Jan 29. Now let's go back over here in the code build, and once it's done, it will get to change it to status success. Yeah, it succeeded. Now let's go to our code pipeline over here. Yeah, it will take some seconds to get reflected over here. Then once it is deployed, whether you need to send notification to some other providers, like you need to send to email, or you need to push some message to Slack or Teams, means you can able to do that also. So you can do everything. It's one of the most popular AWS CI/CD tool. See here, now everything is get succeeded. This is your AWS code pipeline, which is CI/CD tool. It can do everything. Once you push your code, this stage get automatically executed through webhook, and this will do build and execute the test cases, and then it will wait for an approval, and then it will do deploy. Here you can do more things over there, but as of now you just go with the basic, like what it is doing over here. In the next session or in the next video, what I will do is like I will be writing the CDK itself in the TypeScript for the AWS Code pipeline, like how we have to write it in the CDK. Until if you have any doubts, you can just add it in the comment section. I will be very happy to help you guys. Thank you all.